This video is sponsored by Spreadshop. Create and sell your own YouTube merch with Spreadshop. Link in the description. This is a story about being a successful YouTuber. And for me, that means generating a six-figure per year income by making the kind of videos I want to make. You see, I want to make little adventure films. I want to get outside. I want to shoot cinematic B-roll. And I want to tell a story that you love. I mean, sure, I'll always cover how to get views and how the algorithm works, but I'm into it. I want to talk about the filmmaking, the gear, the cinematic shots, all of it. Now, sadly, I've been thinking about this for a very long time, but I haven't been doing this kind of thing. Sure, I've been thinking about it, daydreaming about it, I've been fantasizing about it, but I haven't really done it enough. And a wise man once said, you don't get what you want, you get what you are. So I need to double down and I need to begin today. You know, it's so easy to do nothing and think. It's so easy to wonder, will it be worth it? To get off my butt and pack up the car and get the gear and then make a video and spend the time. But at the end of the day, you know what? It's like I really enjoy that time and it's so much better spent than watching TV or playing a game, because I absolutely love these story-driven videos. And this is the story of what it's like to be a YouTuber, to be a budding filmmaker. But I need to warn you, this story doesn't have the happiest of endings and things don't really play out the way I had planned. However, as I went out last night and shot the footage, I learned so very much, and I gotta tell you, that's the thing that has propelled my channel forward, and it's always the thing that propels every channel forward. You just can't dream your way to success here on YouTube. And this is also the story of desire. The desire not just to create a good photo, but a great photo, an epic photo. So I packed the car with all the gear and I headed out to shoot the blood moon in May of 2022.
Talk about the lunar eclipse.
Big time event here happening Sunday evening, Sunday night, really. Unfortunately, it will be a late night event for you, but you better get outside and enjoy this one, because I'll say the next lunar eclipse that we have in November is not a total lunar eclipse for the Tampa Bay.
And as I headed out to my location, I had high hopes. The sun was on my back. It was an absolutely stunningly beautiful night, and my bird friends were everywhere. Job one was to find the perfect place to set up. Well, sort of. Because not only did I need to shoot a photo, I was also making a film about shooting a photo. Because I had to shoot all the supporting shots, me driving in, another angle of me driving in, this time a closer shot. And I also had the backpack shot and the shots of me setting up the tripods and the equipment and walking out to the location. And in my infinite wisdom, I thought, you know, let's go ahead and let's shoot these in manual to totally eliminate focus breathing, which makes sense. And I'll also shoot in a low f-stop to create that bokeh, depth of field. And that all went great, except what I wound up with was a lot of shots that were primarily just kind of out of focus. Now the good news is that I absolutely nailed my location. I mean, it was exceptionally fantastic. And in just minutes, I would learn that the moon would rise literally between these two buildings. As far as the location went, it was spot on. And being that I was zoomed in at 900 millimeters, it would create the most dramatic photo if only the conditions would have been a bit better. And I was shooting with the A1, which is a phenomenal camera, especially for photography, and it doubles down on videos incredibly well. And I had that paired with the 200 to 600 millimeter zoom lens. Next, I had to get my Sony a7S III set up, and my plan was to shoot a video with the G Master 100 to 400 zoom lens. And as I finished setting up the gear, I was filled with anticipation and excitement. The light was absolutely stunningly beautiful, and yet in just minutes, it would go down and the moon would rise right behind Denver. However, as I looked through the lens of my Sony A1, I was filled with disappointment. There was so much haze in the air. However, it's hard to know exactly what's going to happen, and I hoped for the best. Now, as the moon began to rise, The thing is I set up the shot so beautifully. Everything was like, I hesitate to use the word perfect, but yeah, it was perfect. But I did my best and I began focusing on my camera settings. Now, I noticed my ISO was way too high and that was resulting in a lot of grain. So we began to shoot exposures of between 1/2 and 1 second, which allowed me to greatly reduce the ISO and thus the noise in the images. However, nothing I did would allow me to capture what I had captured in the past. And to be honest, it was a letdown. So I quickly packed up my gear and I headed back to the car. So frustrating, but something happened a few hours later. I shot this picture that I wasn't anticipating shooting, and it made the evening absolutely worth it. I wanted to say thank you for making it this far in the video. If you enjoyed this, check out one of these additional videos. I'll see you there, you dig?